Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. Today I have a few announcements, a card share, and a quick flower tutorial to share with you guys. So I have lots of things to cover, so I want to get straight to it. First, let me remind you that Diemond Dies is still holding their event over at the Diemond Die's Facebook page. There will be 4 winners announced, and the event is the Blooms and Fall event. Basically, what Diemond Dies is asking you to do is those of you who have already purchased a flower die set, and there are several flower die sets which you can look and check out at the Diemond Die's website, and I will have all the links that you need in my description box below. There are several flower sets that Diemond Dies now offer. That now I am a little tongue-tied today. The tea did not wake me up yet. There are several flower die sets that are now available over at the Diemond Dies web store. So you might want to go check those amazing dies out. Also, please remember that we still have our monthly Make It with Diemond Dies giveaway, which is basically a giveaway that Diemond Dies does every month. And basically, all you have to do is make any creation you want, as long as it's a new one, for the month of October. You still have one more day to post a photo or make a video and create something nice. All you have to do is post a picture on the Facebook page or make a video on the YouTube channel. If you make a video on the YouTube channel, please go to the YouTube channel and message the Diemond Dies YouTube channel a private message just stating that you made the video of your project. If you post your picture on Facebook, all you have to do is post your picture, and for every creation that you enter, that is one entry towards the monthly giveaway. At the end of the month, the challenge will be closed, the giveaway will be closed, and we will call a new winner for the following month. At some point during the first week of the following month, a winner will be announced for that giveaway. So don't forget, guys, we have 2 giveaways currently going on over at the Diemond Dies Facebook page. Also, some really exciting news. Diemond Dies is doing a cross promotion now with Crafty Bows. So from November till the second week or mid-December, somewhere around there, they are doing a cross promotion where all the design team members for Crafty Bows will be receiving some Diemond Dies, and they will share with us all their lovely creations. In order to see those creations, we're asking all our members and followers from Diemond Dies to go on over to the Crafty Bows blog spot, which I will have a link in the description box below, so that you guys can check out all the amazing creations that this design team is coming up with. If you have not heard of the Crafty Bows tool, you might want to go on over to the blog spot and check out this amazing tool. It can create any size bows from, I believe it's 1 inch or ½ an inch all the way up to 5 to 7 inches. Not sure about the exact measurements there, but I know there are several measurements. Great for your holiday packaging coming up, and also for any birthday, Christmas presents. Although this is an amazing deal, especially for you layout makers and card makers, this is really an awesome tool for anyone who just loves to craft. So, new tool out there in the market, guys. Go on over and check that one out. Especially for those of us that loves bows, and I am a bow lover. I love to make bows. Also, I happened to notice when I went over to the blog spot yesterday and peeked at these tools and giveaway and challenges and cross promotions, I noticed that Crafty Bows is also having a design team call. So for those of you who are interested in maybe designing for Crafty Bows, go on over to their blog spot. Again, the link will be in the description box below. Go on over and check them out, guys, and show a little support and follow their blog. So I think that's pretty much all my announcements. Please do remember that if you do decide to purchase a die from Diemond Dies and you use my coupon code Thanks Laura, you will receive an additional 10% off your purchase order. All orders over $35 and more will ship for free. That is for US and international customers. So, like I said, if you've been following my channel for the last couple of weeks, I have been doing a series of flower tutorials basically to help and inspire any of you who either were on the fence about purchasing one of the flower die sets or have not seen how the flowers are made just yet. I know several of the other design team members have also made flower tutorials, so you might want to go and check out their channels as well. I have pretty much covered all the flower dies. The one that I will be covering today will be the sunflower die. That's the last one in the series. And guys, remember, you still have one more day to join the event over on the Diemond Dies Facebook page and create some beautiful flowers using your flower dies. This is the sunflower die set, and it comes in 3 pieces. This is the large, the smaller of the 2 sets, and the center little buds that you see the sunflowers carry where the seeds are. These are supposed to be those right there. And I did cut some out already ahead of time so that I would be able to share that with you. I also created 2 cards using my sunflower die sets just to share with you guys for inspiration. And in that project, along with the sunflower die, I also used the Nature's Flourish die from Diemond Dies. They're awesome leaves, and I just love this leaf set. It is my favorite leaf set ever, especially for the fall and Halloween projects. Love it, love it. I've also learned how to incorporate these in my shabby chic projects, which came out really nice. I am learning how to incorporate the leaves more and more and more in my projects, and I'm really getting a lot of use out of that. I also use the Labels 1 nesting die set. So let me share with you real quick, guys, the cards that I did make. They're both A2 size cards, and I use this paper pad, which is by We Are Memory Keepers. It's called Antique Chic, and this was given to me by my super sweet friend Cynthia, the Scrappy Bookworm. Hi, Cynthia. Thank you so much for this awesome paper pad, just the right colors, and they really were just perfect papers for my little sunflower die. This is the first card. Now this card is an A2 size card. It's a portrait card, and as you can see, I tried to create simple cards. I didn't really want to get too elaborate with the cards, just trying to replenish some of my cards from my card stash. I used the pattern paper here, which I layered, and I did distress everything with Tim Holtz Distress Inks Black Soot. As you can see, here is the sunflower. I have 2 layers here of the larger die, and then in the center of that I have also from Diemond Dies my realistic rose set, which I added. I added some of this fancy little hairy trim that was given to me by one of my friends here on YouTube, and I also added a flat back pearl, which was sent to me by Dee from Diemond Dies in our DT package. I also have here some of this ribbon trim. I have several layers of the design paper from the paper stack. I used my Martha Stewart border punch here, and again distressed everything. Here you in black cardstock is where I used my Nature's Flourish die. I added a little metal dragonfly to that and some flat black pearls. Here is where I use my leaves die. Again, I just cut out the leaves from pattern paper from that paper stack and then distressed them. I embossed with, I always forget the name of this embossing powder, guys. It's the Ranger's Queen's Gold. A little sentiment that says thinking of you, and that was from an Ink and Dinkadoo stamp set. Here I just layered, you can see it's on Pop Dots. I layered the staggered nesting labels 1 die, and I cut that out on the green and then the yellow. First the pattern paper, then the cardstock. And then on the inside here, again, just the labels, one nesting die, some more pattern paper, more pattern paper, a little bit of twine, and bows. Then I took my black Sakura gel pen, made little full little dots all around the labels, and distressed everything. So that's one card. Then I decided to create another card. And this one I did landscape style. And for this card, instead of using both layers of the sunflower die, I only used the smaller of the two layers, and that would be this one. So I cut this out 3 times. I manipulated the flower petals with my stylus and my foam pad, and then I took the smaller of the realistic rose sets, which is the mini realistic rose set, and I took the larger of the smaller set, and I hope I'm not confusing you there, and I just added that as the center to these flowers with, again, some flat back pearls. Here are the leaves again. Here are the labels nesting one set again, and again I did emboss "Today is your day." Again, I used the Nature's Flourish die, some more of the leaves, and here I made a flower just using the realistic rose by themselves. Here's some ribbon, some gingham black and white ribbon that I added. Here I have a little metal butterfly that came from my stash, and I just layered the flowers, and I put the leaves just to add as little fillers, trying to keep it again simple. And then on the inside, again, several layers of pattern paper, some more flat back pearls, my Martha Stewart punch, and the label one nesting die set from Diemond Dies with a happy birthday stamp. And that stamp also comes from my stash. That's by Hero Arts, and it's a really old stamp. My sister sent this to me, and as you can see, never did quite get all that ink off of the it's really old, guys. And so those are the 2 flowers that I made to share with you guys for inspiration. I am going to do a process video on a card using this particular die. Don't know if I'm going to do it right after this video today, but if not today, for tomorrow, because I'm trying to create a card for you guys, at least 1 card a week. So for my sunflower dies, how I usually make them, I cut out 2 of the smaller and 2 of the larger. If you want a fuller sunflower, you can always add more layers, as many layers as you would like. And I've said this before, when you cut your dies, you're going to see that you'll have 2 sides. One looks very flat, and one on the other side looks kind of rounded, and that's where the cushion comes into play with the die. When it's cut, you want to flip them over to the flat side. Flip them all over. And if you do purchase flower sets, I strongly suggest that you try to get yourself one of these foam pads. If you don't have a foam pad, a mouse pad will do very nicely as well. And you definitely need some styluses. And these are what the styluses look like. This one is by Friskars. This one I've had in my stash forever. And these were sent to us also by Dee. I'm not sure who they're made by. Might be McGill, the same people who made the foam pad, but I'm not really sure. But any stylist would do. It's great to have 2 different sizes, because believe me, guys, you will use them, especially for these flower sets. And what I do first is I take the stylus that has the smallest point, and I just run lines. I run lines through all my petals, and what this does is this creates the appearance of the petals being textured. It makes them look, well, it not only helps break down the fibers in the paper, but it adds to making the flower look a little bit more realistic. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick that up, but can you see the lines that I made? And the more lines, the better. The only thing is when you are making your lines and you do use the tiny, tiny stylus, just be careful you don't rip through your paper. You don't have to press very hard. Several times per petal will do. And it would have been nice had I just done one with you and then the rest off camera. I did not think that far ahead. It's very early today, and I've been very busy. A lot of things on the mind, so I do apologize for that. My husband's birthday is Saturday, November 1st, so we're having a lot of plans of going out. My sister, one of my sisters, I have three. We're supposed to be going over and visiting one of them as well. And I've just been a little crazy with trying to do everything and get everything ready to make that day special for him. And hopefully he will have a good day. Shh. I'm sorry about that, guys. That's my daughter's kitty cat. She's looking for her mama, I guess. And then that's my phone. So guys, like I said, you want to just run the lines through. Once you finish making the lines on the petals to try to create it to look as realistic, what I also like to do is I like to ink the edges of my petals. Again, just trying to give it a more realistic look. Now, depending on the color of your cardstock, I use all Tim Holtz Distress inks, and the ones that I tend to use the most for the sunflowers is the dried marigold, the mustard seed, and I believe spice marmalade. And those are the ones that I usually play with the most. And this is an example of one that I already created using this technique. Instead of using the flower centers to act as seeds that come with it, I decided for this flower to use brown flatback pearls. I do many different things. I can use buttons for the centers. I'll go with big pearls, tiny teeny pearls. I'll put acrylic pieces. Sometimes I'll even put other flowers, as you can see with the cards that I already demonstrated. I mean, you can just about put anything in the center of these flowers. I do love the little flower centers that come with the set the most. It's just a little bit of more work. Okay, so now I am just going to very quickly distress these petals, and I am sorry that my camera is not focusing right now. Bad camera, and it does do that from time to time. So yeah, not being too particular, I do not want to put too much ink on them. Just some shading, because if you put a lot of ink on them, all those little veins and lines that you put in your petals, they'll kind of start disappearing if you saturate your flower. So if you're gonna buy this flower set and you do cut out, let's say you're working on a project, you don't have the right colored cardstock and you want a different color, and you want to use either your sprays or your perfect pearls, whatever you use to color your Inkagols. My suggestion is color the white cardstock first, then cut it out, or cut it out, color it, and then after you do that, then I would use the stylus and manipulate them. Don't manipulate them first and then use it and then color them, because it will do different things to your flowers unless that's what you want. So after I've colored them and after I've textured them with the stylus, I will flip them all over on the round side, which is the side that you want to show, not the flat side, the rounded side. And then I'll take the larger stylus at this point and I just kind of just rub the center of each one of these flowers. And what that does is that will bring the petals slightly up. Then all you have to do is just glue them together. And I would glue the flowers first and then work on the centers, because that will give your flower a chance to set with the glue, so that when you work in the scent with the flower, the glue will be pretty, the glue will be pretty much dried. And that's only if you use a wet glue. If you use your glue gun, of course you don't have to wait, or if you use the quick dry adhesive, doesn't take much to wait either. So there you have it, guys. And of course, a lot of the shading that I did with the ink is not showing on camera, but I do see it. Love how it looks. Kept the textures. They're glued in. That's all done. Now, the little rosebuds. For the little flower centers, and these are supposed to act as the seeds for the sunflowers, I cut it out in brown cardstock. And then what I do, and this is how many you get. You will get 12 little flowers cut out. I always do it twice, only because I really like the center to be full, and sometimes I mess up or I lose a few. This way I am sure that I will have more than enough. You want to take the smallest stylus that you have. I use the second to the smallest one, and basically all you want to do is just push and roll, and this is what that does. Can you see that? This is how it looks flat, and this is how it looks when it's all pushed in. And that's what you want to do to every single one of these. Again, something I could have tried to do ahead of time and just shared one with you, but this will only take me a second. Now, on my other tutorial, one of the things that I've also done is I will take the vintage photo and the walnut stain, also Distress Inks by Tim Holtz, and I will color the center of my sunflower to give it that real dark sunflower center look. That's by choice, you know, that's your choice if you want to do that. If you think they look fine without it, that's okay too. I don't have my little finger dabbers, so I'm just gonna very lightly dab some of this in the center. And what this does is this will help hide my my spots that I may miss with the little flower buds. See that, guys? That's all that does. And doesn't that really, I mean, it really looks like, if you've ever seen photos or a real sunflower, the dark center does radiate onto the leaves a little bit, the petals. So I love that effect. So that's another thing I do. Now I will take my glue and I'll just make a lot of little dots in the center of the sunflower. And then, since my hands are pretty bad and I cannot pick this up with my fingers, I will take my tweezers and I will just start placing these little petals in the center, and I'm going to try to layer them next to each other. You know what, guys, let me try to do this with my finger. This tweezer is not working for me. I'm just going to drop them on the glue, and then I'll move them with the stylus. I think that will be faster. I need some more little glue spots here. Maybe one over here too. After the realistic rose set, the second flower set the Diemond Die released was the sunflower die, and I have to tell you guys, of all the sunflower dyes. Now there aren't a lot out there, but of the few I've seen, I love this dye the most. And those of you who have been watching my channel, you know why. I almost purchased the Spellbinder sunflower dye set, and what really turned me off was there was like 2,000 pieces, and you had to put all the layers of the petals, and it was just too much. And what I love the most about this particular set is you don't have to do that. It comes in 3 pieces, which I think is the most wonderful thing that Diemond Dies does with their flower sets. You don't get a ton of petals. All the petals are here. And because you have 2 different sizes, you can make a whole ton of different variety of flowers, whatever colors you want. For instance, these little rose pieces, these little flower pieces right here. Now, if you look at the center of my sunflower, when you're looking at it this way, doesn't it look just like a sunflower with the little seeds in it? Now, of course, I did not go back and ink this yet, which I will do once the glue dries, but it really gives it that honeycomb appearance. I love it. I love it. I love it. Another thing I do, and I did not do it with my cards, again, another way that you can utilize this to the most is I've taken this particular die. I didn't make any sunflowers. I just used this die by itself with my tree die and my flourish die. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm trying to tell you. You can use that particular piece of that die set, that sunflower die set, and just use this as little flowers by themselves. I've done this on my projects, especially my Mother's Day cards, and I've just used these as little flower buds for trees, for the Nature's Flourish, also from Diemond Dies. You can put these on the butterflies. I mean, you can just add these to any little project, a friends, a flourish, and you don't have to roll them up, or you can leave them flat. You can take some liquid pearls and create little flower centers and use them on any project that you want. But anyone who's been watching my channel knows I love to try to get as many uses and multiple uses from my dies. And if I can use them not only together but separately as individual dies, that's a beautiful thing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this sunflower tutorial. I hope you like my cards and this video. Please don't forget to go on over to Diemond Dies. Check out the web store. I will have all the links in the description box below. And please remember to use my coupon code for any purchases of your dies, which is Thanks Laura. And also remember to go on over to the Diemond Dies Facebook page and join the amazing, first of all, you should become a member so that you won't miss out on any of these amazing giveaways, challenges, and events that we are now going to try to start doing with you guys. So I've chatted enough today. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope this helps those of you who have already purchased the sunflower die. And if you have not purchased it, think of all the beautiful, beautiful flowers that you can create with this one die. Like I said, not limited to just the sunflower die. If you go to my blog, you will see, and I will have a link to my blog also in the description box. I have a whole bunch of pictures of different variations of flowers that I have made using the flower die sets, but this is just examples. See, these are more of a fall colored. And for these, I just used a little bling centerpiece. I've also made some daisies, more of a shabby chic look. Again, this one I distressed with worn lipstick, and I have a pink center. And here I have lots and lots of layers, but instead of the leaves going up, for this one I have them going down. Here I also made something that I thought looked like a daisy, but this one has a button center. So guys, yeah, I mean, just play with your dies. Become friends with them. And don't be scared to create something way out the box with them. You might have what I call a happy little accident. And please, 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 if you do create something with these dies from Diemond Dies, post a picture of your creations over on the Facebook page. Share your inspiration with us. And if you create something and you share those photos, you'll be automatically entered in our monthly Make It with Diemond Dies giveaway, which is a win-win. All right, guys, that's enough. I will talk to you all soon. Hopefully, I will be working on my process video now to create a card for you with this sunflower die set. I hope you all have a blessed day. I talk to you all real soon. Go on over to the Diemond Dies Facebook page to get all current and ongoing information about Diemond Dies. And please don't forget to go on over and check out the blogspot to Crafty Bows website, and also check out the amazing projects that those designers will be making with the Diemond Dies and their Crafty Bows tool. I will have all the information in the description box. Thank you and have a blessed day.